Hello, and thanks for having a look at the Advanced Interpretive Master Planning course. I've taught this course several times already, and so I'd like to tell you a little bit about it, see if it's right for you. This is really a course for people who have had some training in interpretation already, but it's what I call the big picture of interpretive plans. It includes looking at the newest concepts in interpretation like markets of one, mass, customization, and particularly the experience economy, and integrating those concepts into interpretive plans. But we look at interpretive plans for very large areas. Interpretive systems planning looks at things like we're currently doing a project now for the Toledo parks in Ohio, integrating, I think, 10 different parks within their park system under one interpretive systems plan. So as they develop each of these parks in more detail, they know exactly what the themes and objectives and messages are for each park, one interpretive theme for all the parks, and looking at the systems plan as a way to create new programs and media services so they don't unnecessarily duplicate too much of their interpretation. And more importantly, visitors can link parks together. So if they're interested in particular kinds of habitats, particular kinds of history, things of that nature. For example, Toledo Metro Parks has a number of really wonderful canal interpretive sites. So if people want to know more about the canal history of Ohio, through the systems plan they can visit several different parks and get a larger picture of the canal history. Now, we also do systems plan for very large national heritage areas, which might be 3, 4, 5 counties. We worked on one in South Carolina that was almost half the state. And what those plans do is they do an inventory of all the major interpretive resources within that area. We create assessment matrices. We look at what the stories and the objectives are. We look at factors like tourism readiness. Can people find these sites? What are their hours of operation? And we look at ways of linking like stories like historic cemeteries or Civil War sites together. The next thing we look at in this course is a new concept we've been developing called landscape museums. Now I want you to think an analogy that a county might be the museum. And within the museum are several galleries. There might be galleries with Civil War sites, might be galleries with cemeteries, might be galleries with special nature preserves, with historic communities. And what a landscape museum does is it does an assessment of all the particular heritage sites within an area. And like the systems planning, for tourism purposes in particular, looks at how we might link those together. Now with the landscape museum, a lot of the sites are owned by different people. So part of the program is to help all the people who want to become part of the landscape museum have a certain level of professionalism, customer care, orientation systems, and things like that. But a landscape museum is put together for heritage tourism purposes. Again, 1, 2, 3 counties, and we finished one a year or two ago in Georgia with a landscape museum for an entire county looking at Civil War sites. So that's what this course is about. It is our most advanced interpretation course, so I'm assuming you know already all about Tilden's principles, basic interpretive planning principles, and things like that. So if you have any questions at all about our advanced course, send me an email or Skype me, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. The course is for regional planners, tourism planners, people who plan coach tours, bus tours, landscape architects, people who are involved in very large regional planning efforts, or just people who want to know more about interpretation. So that might be something you might enjoy doing if you wanted to do these kinds of plans in the future. So again, if you have any questions, contact me, let me know. Be happy to talk to you about it. And maybe I look forward to seeing you down the road in Unit 1 of our Landscape and Interpretive Systems Planning for Advanced Interpretive Planning course. Thanks. Goodbye.